Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Brian.
I'm Hayley.
And I'm Becca.
We're Good Die Young. You might have heard of us. You're here, so I hope you've heard of us. But if you haven't, let me just tell you a little bit about who we are. Good Die Young is a brand that me and Brian started. Brian, stand up here with me. Brian and I
But
met.
I'm so much taller.
Well, that's okay. It's
There,
good.
here.
Yeah. Brian and I met when I was 17. He was about 20. He was apprenticing at a hair salon. It was humble beginnings for us. And basically, long story short, years of friendship, years of Brian helping me sort of, curate my look and figure out what I want to present myself like with Paramore. We decided we really like being a part of this conversation. We like people coming to the show and asking us about the dye or asking us about a hairstyle or, asking him for tips. And we were just like, let's really be a part of the conversation and start our own brand.
So here we are.
Here we are. And it's been, 5.5 or so years of being public and out there and
A product that lives on a shelf at Sally.
it does. All right.
Just so you know, I was not there for any of that.
Thank God.
Becca was at a show when we were formulating.
Yeah, I didn't know them though.
Yeah, we had no idea who she was.
Yeah.
Still don't, but
And she had never heard of Paramore.
Didn't even know where I was.
She just ended up at a show, then asked for a job.
Stop.
It worked.
So today we're talking about
Oh, we're talking about, can I say it?
yes.
All right. We're talking about Metal Daze Halloween Craze, a Hurricane Horror Story semi-permanent hair tutorial.
That was
That was pretty good.
That was fast and smooth.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've been practicing.
It was fast. I wouldn't go smooth.
So, Metalheads is our new semi-permanent collection. You can see it right here if I don't drop them all. You got it?
Yeah.
You got it?
I
You
think.
sure?
Probably not.
Your arm's big enough for that?
No.
This is Metalheads, our brand new semi-permanent hair dye collection that were inspired by metallic colors. So we have right here, this is Gravedigger, our silver color. Next, we have Kill Switch. This is our gunmetal. KO is our gold. Toxicity is our copper. You can see that in Hayley's hair right here. And Duhast is our rose gold.
Yes.
Now, do you want to talk a little bit about the names behind these and why they're so cool
yes.
And how we came up with them.
and how we came up with them?
Yeah, let's do it. Well, you should start.
Well, I had the idea of Metalheads 4 years ago?
Yeah, long
3,
time ago.
4? And I just wanted it to be a play on taking hair color, and then the music aspect. Obviously, it's impacted both of our careers and what we do. And so we thought it would be a really cool way to combine both and present them to you all. And so I came up with the idea of metal colors, copper, gold, silver, gunmetal, rose gold, and then having it kind of be an experience. Unfortunately, you can't really get that metallic reflect to stay in the hair, but we wanted it to come out metallic from the tube, so it felt like an experience. So that's what we've done. The mica is ethically
sourced in the United States.
Thank you, Becca.
You're welcome, Ryan.
I know I was waiting for you to take it.
Sorry.
But that's where it originated as an idea, and then from there it slowly snowballed to become what it is today.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about the names?
Oh yeah, let's talk about
yeah.
You talk about
yes.
the names.
Okay, yes, I would be happy to. So obviously, like Brian said, we were kind of pulling inspiration from both, metallic objects, just metals in general, but also the metal music community and the genre itself and the music itself. So we thought, in order to market these and have a little bit of fun, which that's what we do here, we would bring in some of our favorite metal songs or inspirations or whatever and just, have fun with it. So this is Duhast. This is our rose gold. I mean, you know Duhast. I mean, if you don't, it's okay. You should just Shazam it. But yeah, Duhast is a Rammstein song. This is KO. KO is interesting. It's a gold color and it looks amazing. KO stands for Karen O, the singer of the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. They're not metal, you say? Who asked you? That's what I said.
Or knockout. That's pretty metal.
Oh, that is metal.
Two for one right there.
Right in the pit. Just get knocked out. This is Toxicity. Like Becca said, this is what I'm wearing in my hair. It's probably my favorite that we've ever released. It's probably my favorite shade. I love this color. And I, typically love oranges anyways, but Toxicity named after.
Apparently so do the people because it's our best seller.
Oh, it's our best seller. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Toxicity, System of a Down. Come on. The best. This is Kill Switch. Kill Switch is our gunmetal. And when Paramore first started touring, we were always on Warped Tour. We toured with a lot of metal and punk bands. Kill Switch and Gage were some of the nicest guys to us when we were young. And a lot of people weren't super sweet because we were just little tykes. We were just little annoying little babies. But they were really sweet to us. And their record that came out in like 2004, 2005 was a big influence on early Paramore. I know it probably sounds crazy, but Kill Switch. This is Gravedigger. Gravedigger just sounded metal. Let's just say it like it is. It just sounds metal. The color is incredible. You'll see this if you watch the Metalheads commercial that we did on our singer, and she rocks it. It looks great. It's our silver. Did I go through all of them?
You did it.
That was it.
You did it.
Amazing.
Well, we have a really, really, really special announcement.
So
I feel like you guys should say it.
We're
company.
pregnant.
Yes, having a baby. And it's here.
Oh my God! What's after quad? How many are 5?
5. Cinco. This is our newest launch. It's called Darker Days. And Darker Days is basically, we did lighter days. We did like pastel-y, lighter colors. This is the other end of the spectrum, jewel tones, darker versions where we used to say, hey, do a little additive of None More Black. Now we're just giving it to you in one tube.
We've cut out the middleman.
Yes.
We're giving you exactly what you wanted.
Yes.
Easy peasy right out of the tube.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think this is really exciting for us because, like you said, we've had lighter days, now we have darker days. So we're really making it easier for you to not have to mix, and we're saving you money, and you're so welcome.
You're so welcome.
You're so welcome.
We're the nicest.
We're so nice for
Oh
that.
my God.
These shades were inspired by jewel tones. I'd say it was kind of the inspiration we were going with. Some of those kind of classic fall colors, if you will.
Yes.
Coming out right in time, wouldn't you say?
Yes. For the cold winter weather.
Also, big deal here, folks. The first ever line that we've done that is completely work office safe.
It is safe for work, unlike everything else we do here.
So there's that.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to go through the colors and talk about the names?
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
They're my favorite.
Well, I
Some of
think
my favorite
I think
names.
we should start off with letting y'all know, like, part of the brainstorming of this when we were naming was honestly chaotic at first because we didn't know where we wanted to take it, as far as specifically naming each shade. So I really kind of found that one image that we ended
The
up
accessory
really,
poster.
yeah. So I started thinking about being a kid in school and always walking into the classroom and seeing those posters that were very inspirational but
And
really
cheesy.
yeah, and you're reading it and you're like, well, what the heck is that even supposed to mean? Like what, like, and so a lot of these they're inspired by things like that. Like you're supposed to always just put on this face all the time that like, even when things are just horrible, you aren't allowed to express that. And so this was kind of taking that and saying like, no, I'm going to take that back and like, I'm going to tell you why I feel the way I do by how I present myself. And that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, we've always tried to make mental health a part of what we do here. I mean, we really believe that being able to present yourself the way that you want to and the way that feels most authentic to you is good for your health, literally.
Super important.
Yeah, it's super important. And that's something that Brian and I, from an early age and early in our friendship, discovered just how much it made our lives better to be able to have the freedom to play with our hair. And we've done mental health initiatives along the way over the years. We put bergamot essential oil in our products because not only do we like the smell, but aromatherapeutically, it's great to boost your mood. So this is kind of our ironic play on mental health in the 21st century. The way that, you know, a lot of times I think even within the conversation of mental health, we're kind of sold to about how it should look to get better or how it should look to be happy. And so we thought we would just have fun with that. It's like us, very sarcastic and ironic and chaotic. And I can't wait for everybody to see all the imagery and the visuals that come along with the actual product, because we have a lot of fun with that here.
You want to start
Definitely
with
do.
your show?
I'll start. This is all in this together. This is our oxblood kind of burgundy. Get it? Get it, I guess.
I only know one line. So.
All right, well, it's this one. All in this together. So we're super excited to have kind of your classic oxbloody burgundy color. Looks amazing. We love it.
Yes.
What you got?
Well, what I have here is Live, Laugh, Love. It's beautiful. It's tragic. This is a beautiful, like, magenta fuchsia. It's, I mean, what do you have to say for yourself about it?
Job well done.
You did great.
I really was living, laughing, and loving through this whole process. That's what I have to say.
Okay, okay. This is Move Mountains. It's our emerald green, and man, I love this color so much, and I really like the name. It's good. I like it a lot. What else you got?
Dream big. Navy. Just a gorgeous navy. Who doesn't love navy? I find it to be rich, sexy, expensive.
Sell that
So
shit.
dream big. Yes. And then we have make it happen for all our hustlers out there. You want to go out and make it happen? You need eggplant. You need that perfect eggplant purple, and you're gonna get out there and make some things happen for yourself.
I believe in you.
Brian, you're good at that.
You are.
I will say.
I'm gonna leave
All right,
you to
well-
it next time.
Haley,
Yeah,
it's been fun.
you don't need me.
It's been real.
It's not that we don't need you.
Do you
So we
want-
just want you to come back later. in
I've got
Halloween
work to do.
costume.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love y'all.
Miss you already.
Bye.
See you in a little bit.
I'll never let you go.
She'll be back. Let's bring in our friend Amber.
Hey, Ambular.
Here's Amber.
You look like a farmer in those clothes.
This is Amber, our nice model. So what we're gonna do today is we are going to show you how to properly lighten your hair and then apply semi-permanent. We're gonna do one color from our Metalheads line and one color from our new Darker Daze line so that you can see these gorgeous colors. Isn't that right, Brian?
That is right.
So let's start with the lightning kit.
Lightning kit.
We really went off with this one.
We
I
really
have to
did.
say. This is my favorite Good Die Young product maybe ever created ever. This is our bleaching kit. It contains a powder bleach as well as a 25 volume developer. What's so awesome about 25 volume?
Well, what you want to make sure is it's better to lift low and slow. So what that means is a lower volume, that 20-25 range is really perfect. Anything past that, you're kind of treading into scary territory for your cuticle, especially depending on your hair history. You never want to overlap bleach and previous lightened hair. That's how you get breakage. So 25 volume is sort of right in the middle of the road. You want to lift low and slow. At least 30 minutes is what we recommend, up to about 45 to 50 minutes max. For our lightning kit, they're both perfectly measured. You have your little powdered and lightener in the pouch here, and then your developer. You're going to want to empty both contents into hopefully your GDY biodegradable bowl. Mix until you have a nice smooth consistency, no lumps. This is important because those lumps end up being, you want to make sure that there's no lumps in it, so it's all mixed in, so you get a nice even lift when you're applying the lightener to your hair. So really make sure that you have a good creamy consistency throughout.
Some call outs on ingredients in these guys. We have a soy protein.
Bam.
Boom.
Why?
Why do we have a soy protein? Because it's vegan and cruelty free. It replaces keratin. Keratin's typically derived from animal products, and we don't do that here. So we use a soy protein, which is a plant-based protein, to help put some strength back in your hair because bleaching
Yes.
it is obviously quite the process. So that helps to protect your hair. We also have coconut oil. What does coconut oil do?
That is going to give you moisture, shine, all that good stuff, which
Yes.
is the most important.
Most
Especially
important.
after lightning. You want to maintain the elasticity in your hair and you want to retain the moisture.
Exactly. It's also gluten-free. Fun fact. So there you go.
Who knew?
So what we're going to do is you're going to watch me struggle to do this with one hand. Maybe I need you to hold this bowl.
Okay.
So we're going to, where's my scissors? We're going to pre-lighten a little section, and Brian's going to tell you all about how to do it at home by yourself. Aren't you, Brian?
I am.
All right, so we're going to pour our powder lightener into our bowl. Get it all out there, you know what I mean?
Thank goodness Becca was here. I would have never have known how to do this. in a
Never,
second.
ever, ever. And then we're going to go in with our developer. Make sure you get all of that out because you need 1 part bleach to 2 parts developer. Don't worry, we measured it for you. But that's just a little fun fact.
And that's how we do ours.
And that's how we do ours.
Okay. And we're going to mix. You don't want to get crazy because it is powdered lightener, so it can go flying very fast.
Super fast.
Super fast. And we're mixing.
We're mixing.
Um,
What kind of hair should we start with when we're like pre-lightening hair? Does it need to be clean? Can it be dirty?
I always
Thoughts?
recommend clean dry hair, but I wouldn't do it immediately before applying. I'd at least do it 24 hours in advance, and here's why. What can happen, and most of the time is when people are shampooing, you're getting in there, you're really like kind of scrubbing your scalp. So what would happen is you're going to create little lacerations all over your scalp. And then when you get to the portion of lightening your hair where you're applying it at your roots, you now have open wounds that's only going to burn more with the lightener under there. And so we really don't want that. That can also cause blistering. So you don't want to agitate your scalp. You don't even want to really brush really heavy at your root area, your scalp area, before you lighten your hair either, because that's how you get that real burning, tingling sensation.
Yeah, and just to play off that, something Brian taught me years ago that needs to be talked about more is that when you're on your menstrual cycle, it's going to.
I was just going to bring that.
Were you going to bring it
I
up?
for real
Tell the
was.
people because I was so shocked to learn this and it makes complete sense.
So people who are menstruating obviously are very more sensitive, heightened, and I always ask my clients, especially who are bleach outs, to let's try to avoid our appointment during that time of the month because it's only going to amplify, be more agitated. And so we just kind of want to lessen that. So if you are, I would strongly advise to maybe wait.
Exactly. All right.
All right, we got her all mixed
Let's get
up
to
here.
it.
Let me put on my handy dandy
Wear gloves when lightning.
Yes, I do not want my skin ate up. It does not feel good.
Doesn't feel good.
It does not.
So we're gonna glove up.
Yes.
We're gonna do some sectioning.
I'm gonna do this.
We're gonna do some saturating.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this little section, little ditty about Jack and Diane right here in the front.
What's the best way to section the hair when you're trying to do your hair yourself for lightning?
So when I'm in the salon, I like to divide into 4 sections. So from ear forward, down the middle, then this side, ear forward, down the middle, and then split the back into 2 sections. And so then you have 4 sections that you're working with. Now, most of the time, and I highly recommend it, you start in the back, because most of the time up here on the front tends to be more porous. So it tends to lift faster and easier due to exposure to sun, pollution in the air, also heating and styling. Most of the time, most people hit what they can see around their face with a flat iron, a curling iron, a blow dryer more than they do the back of their head. And so that tends to leave the hair more porous, so it will lift up fast. So to get a better lift, I would always recommend starting in the back and then working your way to the front, because the front will kind of lift. And then you'll also be able to know when the front is done, then you know the back is done because it's been sitting a little bit longer. And you can't really always see the back of your head. So if you start here, finish here, you know when this looks good, this is going to look great.
There you have it.
Okay, so what I'm going to do on amber here is I'm going to take like 1 inch sections. So before I start applying, well, I'll apply and we can talk about this. We're proceeding as if Amber, our friend here, has virgin hair. She's never, her hair history is, she's never colored her hair. She's a first timer. This is all hers. So we're going to apply as if it were that way. So what you want to do is you want to leave out about 1/2 inch to 1 inch at the root area, to about the same, about 1 inch, 1.5 inches at the ends. So you really are wanting at first to target on that mid shaft of your hair, that midsection. So we're just going to go through and make sure we're really saturated. And I'm just going to work in this enlightener really good.
Just going in with your hands.
Just get in there, paint it on good. Let's not get too sloppy and blind our client.
And the reason that we're leaving out the root area is because
We'll come back for that.
we'll come back
And the
for it.
reason we're going to come back for that is because your body heat will lift the enlightener faster. So what we don't want to happen here is we don't want you having hot roots to where your base, you know, that 1 inch section at your scalp is a level or 2 levels lighter than the rest of your hair. You don't want your scalp area to be like white blonde and then the rest of this to be, you know, yellow, orangish even, depending on one, your hair history, but also the underlying pigment that's in your hair, which is really something to think about when you're doing this, because you want to know really your end result of how your hair lifts with enlightener on to determine what you're able to do from there, because certain colors of what your underlying tone is may not work with what you want your end result to be. So it's also like that sort of image that you've seen, the meme that you've seen, you know, if you want this hair, you have to be this and this before you end up here. Well, the same applies in this category. Like if you want to be a certain color that requires you to have no underlying orange to your hair, you're going to have to baby walk yourself into that. You're probably going to have to lighten more than one time over a month more period of time. Okay, moving on to our next section here. And same thing, all we're doing is doing that mid shaft part of the hair, leaving out about 1 inch, 1/2 inch. We're just gonna really make sure we're working in our lightener really good.
Mm-hmm.
Front and back.
It's also important to try and move quickly, but not sloppily, if that makes sense, because lightener acts fast. So the quicker you can get it on, as long as it's super saturated, you'll get a more even lift. Sometimes when you're doing hair at home by yourself, you might be a little slower. It's harder to do your own hair. You can do it.
Don't get distracted.
Don't get distracted. Don't take breaks.
Don't be trying to cook dinner and
Nope.
do this at the same time.
No
Don't be
multitasking.
trying to do your homework.
No homework.
And line your hair at the same time.
Yes. So make sure when you're lightening that you're kind of just working through as quick as you can, but definitely saturating to get that even lift.
If I'm in the salon, usually I say, okay, look, this is the part of this to where I'm not being rude. I'm just really focused on what I'm doing because you're here paying for the time and my experience and not for my conversation. So I'm going to check out for the next 30 minutes or so.
There you go. Put them on a nice podcast or something.
Most of the time, everyone's on their phone or
Oh,
their
really?
laptop.
What's some good ways to take care of your hair after it's lightened?
You know what? I think the biggest thing that you can do is not overheat style. Don't overwash, but don't underwash either. I think people have this, you know, misconception that like going, you know, an entire week or two without shampooing your hair is okay. It's not. It's not good for your scalp health. That's how you get hair loss. So I think it's just being mindful of what you're doing too much. You know, people who are changing their hair color often, you know, you're going to zap your hair, your porosity is going to be different. So therefore the outcome of your results are going to be different because of that. The more you change your hair, the further away from certain results that you are kind of getting, because really you have to think about that underlying history to your hair.
Mm-hmm. So that we can move on to the color, let's go back and talk about how you would hit the roots and how you would hit the ends.
Okay.
And then we'll show you the end result.
So this is our section. So all I'm going to do now is say if this was our whole head after we've applied, I'm just going to go in at this root area and we're going to just start applying. And then you're just going to go through and section it as you normally would.
Again, the root is going to lift way faster than the rest of your hair. So if you were doing your whole head, you would say, go do all the midsections and then come all the way back and redo the roots.
Yes. And again, it's because your body temperature is going to give you the lift easier and quicker than not having that heat. I always even recommend, like, if it's a nice, decent, warmer day, go sit outside while you're processing.
Really?
Yeah, because just the warmth and the heat will help. I don't like, though, however, setting under a dryer. That's too scary. If you so choose, some people so choose, the first 5 to 10 minutes in the beginning, so right after you first applied, is the best time to do it. And really outside of that, you really don't need to be under it. You should not, nor would you want to stay under it the entire time. That's how you just really kind of weaken your cuticle. That's how bad things happen to really good people.
Definitely. So after, ruining your shirt that you just said you don't want to ruin. So after we get this bleach applied and you let it sit for, you'd say about 30 minutes, it's probably the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm going to say probably on a brunette friend here. And then at the end, we're just going to quickly run through some lightener on our ends.
Okay.
The reason is, and how you have to think of this is newborn. Your great auntie, uncle, grandma, like you just have to think of your hair in that sort of way. And so it's not going to take much for these ends because they're older and they're more porous. They've seen more life, more sun, more heat. They're gonna lift quick.
All right. And we did bleach out a little section here on the back just to kind of show you what this looks like after 30 minutes. So we'll flip her around. And you can see there, we got a nice lift. Now this hair is really dark. She probably could have sat for a few more minutes and kicked some of these golden tones out. But this lightening kit works wonders.
So my rule about that really quick is, so if you're looking at your hair with enlightener bleach on, the good thing is ours is white, so you don't have the blue hue to kind of help cancel out and combat, so you don't really get a true to tone. But if you look at this and you go, ooh, that looks good, wait 5 to 10 more minutes because it'll be great afterwards.
There you go.
So if you think it looks good, I always give myself 5 to 10 more minutes of time when I think that it looks good in the salon.
Wow. Amber's hair looks so good.
Wow,
Bleached
Amber.
out.
Amazing.
Amber's back with her platinum blonde hair.
She's never been lighter.
This is perfect for your semi-perms. Level 10 platinum blonde is going to show the truest color of the semi-permanent dye.
Yeah. So this is why. It's more about the intensity and the reflect. So you're going to reflect more light off of lighter hair. Darker things absorb light, lighter things reflect it. So this is really the biggest key to this, is being this light. You're really just going to get more reflection intensity from your pigment payout. So that's why it's important.
Definitely. So let's start with darker days.
Let's start.
We're going to do a little piece, and Brian, maybe we should just do a little like e-girl section.
Okay, let's
and we'll show them the finished result. Just a little something,
streak.
something. So I am going to take this Live, Laugh, Love out. pour some of the Semi-Perm. Let me give you guys a good close-up. A little aesthetic, if you will.
Let me get more gloves.
Ooh. Ah. Oh, I forgot about Instagram. Hi, Instagram. Check this out. This is Live, Laugh, Love, our magenta color. I'm blocking the light, but you can see. See it?
Technically,
See
you're
it?
absorbing it.
I'm absorbing the light. All right, I'm going to pass this along
My
to
turn?
the boss.
Me next?
You're next.
Me, go. Okay, well, this glove doesn't like my chunky
That's okay.
fingers. So for this, I'm just gonna do a little quick, just so you can see, little piece right here, a little pop, little whatchamacallit, little ditty. Saturation is key. I always find it important when I'm applying this in the salon, when I'm really kind of getting it in there. One, making sure I'm not like staining the hairline, the skin too much. Nobody wants to look like they just have their hair dyed by covering half of their face. And then working it through really good. In this case, I'm only doing this little section here just so y'all can see it. But if we were saturating all of this, after I got it all through, what I would do to amber here is I would just take a nice wide tooth comb and I would just really comb all of this through root to end, just making sure we're getting good, even consistency. Because if you just go in there, throw it on, try to like work it in with your hand really fast, twist it up, clip it out of the way and run out, you might have missed a spot and then you're not gonna get that good, even like consistency and tone that you want. So it's really important to make sure that you're really using one, enough product, but two, you're really working it through as you're doing it.
Wonderful. And with darker days, Brian, do you still need to lift the hair to a level 10?
Yes, and here's why. Again, if you want it as it is seen, when you're buying it, and you're like, that color on the box, that color on the photo is what I want, that's what the model was lifted to. And so if you want that to be your outcome, you need to be at the same level of lift as they are. Now, if you're someone with darker hair and you're like, hey, you know what? All in this together is a gorgeous oxblood, and I just really want to stain, my level 7 brown hair. Go for it, but know the intensity isn't going to be there. That's on you, not us, because we told you.
We
gave
right
you all
here.
the rules.
Mm-hmm.
So creatively, you can do whatever you want, but let me know. It does not make it a bad product. It just is not what it was intended for. How you choose to use it is up to you.
Wow. Let them know. All right, we're going to turn Amber around because we're going to do a little piece. This is the most aesthetically pleasing of Gravedigger. So this is our silver shade. Everyone, Instagram, our silver shade. And these are the ones that contain the ethically sourced in the United States mica.
What?
That give you that nice shimmer. Let's see if you guys can see this. Can you see that? See that? See that? See that? Give it a little mix.
Don't mind Becca absorbing my light again.
I'm absorbing the light. I can't get it right.
She
See?
keeps trying to steal my powers, but it isn't working.
We'll post pictures on our Instagram. You can see it there too. All right.
Okay, same thing over here. We're just going to do a quick section. Did you show them really good? Did you get it?
I showed him. Yeah, get in there.
Look at
Oh, there
that.
you go. There you go.
What? Shut your mouth, squirrel. I know.
So I say with the silver, this one is not an option. You have to have level 10
Yes.
platinum blonde hair to get that silver hue. Because silver is a lighter pigmented color. The heavier the pigments,
Correct.
the more you can get away with as far as lightening your hair.
And also, it's going to, because it is lighter and kind of like lighter days, it's going to fade out faster than darker days.
Yes.
This is because the pigment load is not as intense. So I'm really kind of working this in. The good thing about Gravedigger, which I love, and I've tried it on my hair and I like so much, it works great if, that 2 weeks that you have it on your hair when it fades out, if you like to be platinum blonde like I do, I could just be blonde all the time. Pretty much all your toning is done for you and your platinum blonde in 2 weeks, and it looks gorgeous.
I'll give you a little close up here. This is Gravedigger. This is Live, Laugh, Love. Live, Laugh, Love. Gravedigger. And it's so crazy
That
because Amber's back with a haircut.
And look how cute her waves are.
So cute. That's her natural wave, by the way. Just wanted to point that out so you can see the
If
finished
you want to go for a
results.
swim, get lost in these waves.
Come on, Amber. Get up here. You can see Amber, Gravedigger on this side, Magenta, Live, Laugh, Love on this side.
But
Gorgeous.
Gravedigger is towards the light.
Oh,
Look
yes.
how shiny. Look at that. And then look over here. Look at that reflect.
That color's
gorgeous,
good. I will say,
right?
that is a good color.
Rebecca,
final
you did
thoughts?
good with this half and half, honey.
I did that. I
That's
did
a good
pretty
color
good.
combo.
Thank you. Amber's looking.
So we have a
brand new.
promo, right, Beck?
We do have a promo.
And what's that code?
The code is going to be 555-141. That's 555-141. What does it get you?
35% off Metalheads and Darker Days. Online only at sallybeauty.com.
The
And-
dye is $12. Usually 12.
18.
It's usually 18. It's 12. And guess what? Today's the first day that you can buy any of the Darker Days shades. And you get a discount. That is so nice of us in Sally Beauty.
Don't walk, run.
Run.
And it's good until October 31st. I don't know if old Becky here
I didn't say
with the
that.
good hair
I didn't
told
say
y'all
that.
but
So speaking of Metalheads and Darker Days and the Metal Days Halloween Craze, a Hurricane Horror Story semi-permanent tutorial, we thought it would be fun to show you a couple of Halloween looks.
little inspos.
Spooky season's coming up, you know what I mean?
And I'm not talking about Becca at night with no makeup on.
So it would be so crazy if there were like a vampire in the room that had to make it happen.
Oh, jeepers creepers.
I'm scared.
And what does our good old blood-sucking vampire here have
Yeah.
on his hair?
Well, our blood-sucking vampire has Make It Happen. Get in there, blood-sucking vampire.
Everyone's favorite dad, y'all, Alan.
Oh, yes. Give it up for Alan the vampire. Make it happen. Well, also, you could use Metalheads to be your favorite superhero. Dun, da, da, da. Jackie's here. Jackie, here, hold that. Go ahead and show them. We've got Duhas going on. This is going to be our rose gold. Keep in mind, this is more like a jewelry toned rose gold, not your typical pink.
To me, it's the perfect rose gold, and here's why. It's the perfect blend of pink and that orangey, like a true metal rose gold would be.
Wow, get in there, get in there. Oh, yeah, give them a close up. And you know, there's also another Halloween costume that you could do that's really easy. You could be a super generic rock star. Give it up for our super generic rock star. What are you wearing, super
TikTok
generic
has
rock
really
star?
done wonders for your career, sweetheart.
Toxicity.
Toxicity.
Yep. That's my favorite.
Don't you love playing around
Now,
with rock
remember,
Yes.
promo using the code 555-141. That's 555-141. That gives you 35% off all Metalheads and Darker Days, online only at sallybeauty.com. Today through August 31st.
October 31st.
Oh, yeah, what did I
Time?
say?
Is it August?
August, yes!
Brian's time
Trying to turn back the
traveling.
hands of time. I just turned 36 and I'm hating it. That's making the dyes $12 each.
$12.
$12 from an
You can
18.
get this for $12.
Well, in summary of today's events, me acting like a clown, talking too long about our lightning kit. Let's
It's
go
good, though.
through what we went over. Our products are hair healthy. Why are they hair healthy? Because we believe it's really important that you keep the integrity and the elasticity and the joy that is the accessory you wear every day on your head.
Am I supposed to be here?
Yeah.
Yeah, why
All
not?
right, great. I
Tell
like
them
being
our
here.
free from list.
Your budding
Right
career
there. Our
doesn't have
free-
you performing anytime soon, so why not?
Listen, our free from list is really long. I'm not even going to begin to list it, so you can read it here.
On your
There you
screen.
go.
Here
Ding!
on the screen. We really want to offer cleaner products for you.
And vegan and cruelty free, because
Well,
that's
yes.
really important.
That is right, because why should we be
No
testing on
animals
animals?
should be harmed in the making of these products.
And all of our color products are clean beauty. There's nothing in any of these products that are going to hurt your hair or bad for the environment or for you or for animals.
That's right.
That's right.
That is really
Hayley,
What?
Did you hear we have a promo?
Yeah, I think. Let me remember it.
Remember.
555141.
What does that get you?
It gets you literally the best deal of a lifetime. And today, this is the first day that you can get darker days, but really you can get semi-perm for $12. It's normally $18. So
That's a
$12.
35%
I don't know
savings
math. I don't
on
know math.
Metalheads and Darker Days.
Yes.
SallyBeauty.com.
Yes.
Today to October 31st.
That's right. A steal.
Now, let's finish with some wonderful Q&As.
Hosted by Jackie and Hayley.
Come on.
Over to
y'all.
you, gal.
Over to you.
If you use a lighter shade and a darker shade, do you worry about the colors bleeding?
You should always worry about that. So rule of thumb is rinse in cool water. Why do we do this? Because it seals your cuticle. When we seal our cuticle, it isn't open, so it leaves for less exposure to absorbing the darker pigment. I would always recommend with rinsing your darker color first and keeping it as separate as possible, following with your lighter tone.
Who came up with the title of today's DIY class?
What would you like to know?
I think everyone did, and that's why it's so long. Everyone got
Yeah.
to put in at least one word.
Honestly, we
Yes.
really did. I think Lonnie one time, a long time ago, said a Hurricane Horror Story, and we just had to put it in somewhere. And then Craze rhymed with Daze, and then we just ran with that.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, a snowball became a snowman.
And
became
I
a
cannot
boulder.
believe that Sally actually let us use this very long name. So thank you.
Yes,
Thank you to
thanks,
Sally's
Sally.
social team for typing this out so many times. I can barely say.
If I already have color on my hair, what should I do before adding a new color on top?
Oh, what a great question.
Well, so this again goes back to what your underlying, like your hair history is. Let's always start there. What's on your hair now, and what do you want to be? So if you're already lighter blue, to me, it just makes sense going our navy, dream big, because you can just put that over what you already are.
Yep.
But if you're blue and you want to be orange, well, if we're a color wheel and we're doing color theory, we know that blue and orange cancel out each other, so it's going to get muddy really fast. So what you're probably going to have to do is try to spend as much time as you can really working that blue out of your hair, trying to fade it out. And that could mean shampooing a ton, hot water, a bleach rinse, which that's a whole other thing to get into and talk to. If you're not sure, maybe go seek the advice and help of a professional, and then go home and do your new GDY color.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is everybody's favorite shade from the new collection, Darker Days?
Good question. What's yours?
My favorite shade is gonna have to be this navy, I think. Lonnie has it on their hair right now. It does. It looks sexy.
Yeah, it
looks so
great
good.
color. I love it.
It's pretty.
It's smoky.
How about you?
My favorite, you saw it today. It's Live, Laugh, Love. I love this color. It's giving Lava Girl. It's really, really
is.
It is, right? It's great.
These are my two favorite colors
Oh.
because everyone knows I look good in blue and pink.
That brings your eyes out.
It's popping.
Yeah. But honestly, I'm really stoked on
Honestly,
these colors.
I'm not a big red fan,
This is amazing.
and all in this together is
It's
one of the
beautiful.
Come here,
most
Allie.
gorgeous
Allie's got it on her head right now.
oxblood red.
Let's see it.
Yes.
Wow.
Hey.
Allie. That's good.
Yes, it
She
is
does that
good.
herself too.
Damn.
Proud of you,
Great
Allie.
job.
From all of the great tips I've learned from you.
Oh,
I mean,
thank you, baby.
it looks so good. It is
Alright.
very my so-called life, huh?
We have
really
time for one more question. What do you guys think this fall's color is going to be? This fall season, what's
Ooh.
going to be the color?
This right here,
It already is, baby.
it already is. But
Run,
like
don't
if
walk.
you read any beauty trends, any like color, it's in there. It's in the tops. I think a lot of coppers are going to be it. I think red will be another one because it's kind of almost that red velvet color.
Yeah.
And I really feel like those are both hot right now.
Yeah, I'd like to see some folks that aren't going to lighten, but just rather put all of this together, or, you know, like an oxblood color over their brown hair, because it just gives me such 90s vibes and it's very sexy to me. So we can hope for that too. But yeah,
Someone try that and send us your photos.
yeah,
Yeah.
let us see.
Don't forget, we have a promo code. It's going to be 555141. You can get Metalheads and Darker Days for $12 on
Yes.
sallybeauty.com.
35% savings.
35% savings. 555141. And we're going to close out with our beloved Metalheads video. Roll it, Jackie.